That ball down the left sideline to Hunter Henry. Zoe says great throw. That was a good throw, Mazz?
Yeah, it was a good throw.
I thought it was a good throw.
Okay, I'm going to ask Murray. Yeah, good. Mazz doesn't like anything. Even you can admit that was a good throw.
No, it was a good throw.
It was a good throw.
You had a little tone in your voice.
I did, which you'll understand in a minute. Keep going.
There's no tone in mine. I thought it was a good throw.
It was a good throw.
I'm not talking to you anymore, Mazz, because I can tell you have tone. You know who thinks it was lucky?
Who?
The big boy.
My issue's with the big boy.
Greg Boy. So no one knows that yet.
Correct. I just said I'll tell you in a minute.
Here comes Greg Bedard in the Boston Sports Journal on Bailey Zappe last Thursday. 2 of his plays were very fortunate. The Juju catch, sure. The first ball down the field, sure. Give it that. And the second TD to Henry. Greg Bedard says that pass really should have been picked off. The safety butchered it. Greg Bedard, not that high on Bailey Zappe's appearance, according to his writing, says in 2 of Zappe's 3 starts, he had 3 of the best pass protection games the past 3 years for the Patriots. Out of the 12 best protected games the past 3 years, Zappe has played in 4 of them, including Chicago. Bedard says this is probably just coincidence, but I'm sure some Zappe heads would say that's his impact and guys playing for him. He says, I don't totally rule that out, although he does diminish it. He says, yeah, Bedard, there should have been a camp competition, right, kid? Bedard writes, contrary to popular opinion, thanks to an overzealous radio producer who enjoys taking things out of context,
Jimmy,
I was never opposed to a quarterback competition, even though I thought Jones deserved the first shot as the first-round pick.
I will tell you when there's a competition.
That's just a way to get into the big boy here on a Big Boy Tuesday. Still undermining Bailey Zappe, are you not?
Boy, you really loaded that one up.
Well, you know, you just got here. I needed you to settle in.
So, look, I just grade the film. And I try.
Yeah.
Listen,
he's a slave to the film, man.
Oh, yeah,
no. There's no agenda.
This is why. This
no
is why
preconceived notions.
No Siskel and Ebert over here.
This is why I grade the film to
down.
take emotion out of it. Now, and what my grading from this game said that through 21-3, which was the first quarter and a half, Bailey Zappe put together one of the, if that was for a full game, it would have been one of the best games over the last 3 years. Quarterback. That's where he was. That's where the grade was. Now, from then on out, he graded negatively, mostly from the interception, which I did not give him full blame for. I put half of it on Juju Smith-Schuster for running another crappy-ass route. There are circumstances. I mean, I did give him a plus on that second Hunter Henry touchdown.
Nice,
but the read, but the read was the safety was there. He should have picked it off. Like, it was a bad play by the safety. Bailey got a little bit fortunate there. That's one of those plays where Billy O'Brien's sitting there and he's just like, no, yes. Like, he made the play probably in the film the next day. They were just like, okay, we got away with this, but don't do this again. Like, a better team, a better safety is going to pick that play off or break it up. But, there's no question that Bailey Zappe played well in this game, certainly better than Mac Jones has in recent weeks. But there is the protection component. I don't care what quarterback. I don't care who it is. The guy in Cincinnati. If you protect a quarterback, he's going to play well vast majority of the time.
Mazz, what's your
tone? They protect him.
What's your tone all about?
Okay, do you remember the Dallas game a couple of years ago, Greg, when Mac Jones threw a pick six and on the very next play threw a 75-yard touchdown pass to Kendrick Bourne?
Yes.
You remember that throw?
Mm-hmm. Lucky.
It was. Okay, good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, he knew it. He could see that coming, Mazz.
Okay, I was just looking for a little consistency.
He could see that
Sniff out
coming
a Mazz trap.
Because all the Mac Jones Bobos want to tell me, yeah, did you see the way he answered after the pick six? Yeah, did you see it? And it was a crap throw. The safety blew the play. It was a risky throw. They got a touchdown on it. It was lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking for a little consistency.
Okay, and I'm just looking for a little. I mean, because it was such, you scolded us so bad in the offseason, and it was such a topic in the offseason about Zappe and.
No. Get it right, okay? What did I scold you about?
Just because Joe Murray goes down on one day and thinks there's a quarterback competition, that doesn't mean it's true.
Right.
I happen to trust Joe Murray.
What I scolded you about was that you guys, including Joe Murray, were saying there was a quarterback competition and that Bailey Zappe was in it. And what I could tell you, just on the field, that was not occurring.
In hindsight, should there have been?
Yeah, sure. But the problem with that is that Bailey didn't take advantage of any opportunity he might have gotten in that camp. Like, he just didn't play well all summer to the point that he got cut and he was exposed to the rest of the league and nobody picked him up.
So, but okay, listen. You were down there, you saw it. So, like, I take a lot of that at face value. I understand Zappe didn't play well. I'm also going to believe that they didn't put him in a position to play well and didn't care if he played well.
It's possible.
And we're more than happy just to bury him because this whole offseason into the first half of the year was about coddling Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
And pampering Mac Jones and setting up Mac Jones. And so I think Bailey Zappe got caught in some of that shrapnel and probably didn't respond well to it and didn't play well himself. But I think the whole organization was just, again, way too set up for Mac Jones. And we've been at this for the last couple of days. And I just think the way Zappe played in that game should sort of have opened people's eyes up. I don't trust the Patriots when it comes to this position anymore.
And look what happened today.
Exactly. And I'm going to say, so if you're just joining us, Malik Cunningham today was signed by the Baltimore Ravens to their 53-man roster. This is the way it works because you keep – and I've lost track. I'm sure you have as well. Is Malik Cunningham on the roster, off the roster? Is he on the practice squad? If you're on the practice squad, you're technically on waivers and can be signed at any time to someone else's 53. And Malik Cunningham and a lot of these backups have bounced on and off the active roster all season long. And today, Malik Cunningham got claimed by the Ravens onto their 53. And now, like, I haven't been calling for Malik Cunningham. I got no particular thing for Malik Cunningham, but I just look at you and the way you've handled this position for 4 years running, if not longer, maybe going back to trading Garoppolo and what they did afterwards. I mean, really, 6 years, whatever this is. And I look at you and I look at the Ravens and I say, you know what? The Ravens probably got it right and you probably got it wrong because I don't trust your decision-making at this position anymore.
Right. And I think this is one of the indictments when you talk about whether Belichick should be back or not and about what they're facing, picking the next franchise quarterback for this team. Why would anybody trust Bill Belichick to do that? You know, I can't think of anything. And you know, look, we don't even know, you know, what position the Ravens claimed him for. But, you know, to me, it looks like, you know, so they have Lamar Jackson, then they also have Tyler Huntley and Josh Johnson. You know, they probably look at those guys and just say they're not the answer. And Malik Cunningham fits into, you know, same type of player that Lamar Jackson is. They went to the same college. You know, dual threat. You can make argument better runner than a passer at times, even though Lamar Jackson's come light years with that. And to say, hey, we have a chance to get, you know, a guy to train him up behind Lamar Jackson and watch Lamar Jackson, emulate Lamar Jackson, and he could give us a good alternative should Lamar Jackson get hurt at some point. And it's just, you look at the Patriots, you're just like, do they have any idea about the quarterback position or offense in today's NFL?
I think the thing is a significant story. Again, you say, okay, it's a guy on the practice squad, but you have a guy that you signed as an undrafted. Why are you looking at
No, because I think it's absurd. Go. I'm going to agree with you.
You have a guy. Sorry,
Yeah.
You have a guy that you signed as an undrafted free agent that you saw some promise in a league that is now putting the quarterback in more of a playmaking position than ever before. He just decided to leave you for the Ravens.
Well, that's not exactly apples to apples, Mazz. It's not like he went to the Ravens practice squad. He got an NFL contract.
Okay, but
So he didn't decide to leave you.
But they elevated him early in the year and put him on the roster, and they could have kept him there.
No, right. So, but I just think that's not the way to. He didn't leave you. He got claimed by another team for an NFL job. Okay, so someone took him from you.
Okay, does he sound unhappy to be going?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard him talk. I haven't heard him say anything.
Murray, what was that Trent Brown tweet that was out there?
Yeah, well, that was Trent Brown
Well,
saying.
I know. I think he's speaking with the knowledge that the player's happy to be out of here. I think they're connected. I think that the kid's better off in Baltimore. And maybe I'm just putting my opinion on it. But the fact is, he's better off in Baltimore. He fits their system. Any chance he has in the league of succeeding will be better there than here. I think that is a massive indictment on the Patriots, Greg.
Yeah, so Trent Brown on Instagram shortly after this news said, "Go flourish where your talent is respected," with a picture of Malik Cunningham.
And you know what? Let's say, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that Cunningham doesn't necessarily believe that, but he's got a legit job. There are people in the league that feel the way Trent Brown does. If Trent Brown feels that way, there are others. Go play in a place that your talents will be used properly and appreciated. I think that's an indictment on the Patriots.
And didn't Juju Smith-Schuster have a quote like when Malik was taking more quarterback reps, to reporters in the locker room about like, man, that's a bad man right there. Like he makes a bunch of plays. And then also there's this component, and this just typifies Bill Belichick's regime as a GM. He went out of his way at 2-10 at the time, to claim a special teams linebacker from the Eagles, and didn't really care about signing Malik Cunningham to his 53-man roster.
Okay, so this is what I was going to do. So to protect Malik Cunningham, to prevent him from being claimed from another team, you just had to keep him on your 53. That takes him off of waivers. So who is on the roster that you had to protect at the expense of Malik Cunningham? Let me give you a couple names. Mazz, have you ever heard of someone named Alex Austin?
No.
He played last week. He played okay.
Alex Austin is number 28 in your scorebook. He's a defensive back. I've never heard of him before. Okay, there's one. Let's see if I can give another one.
I'll give you one. JaMychal Hasty.
Who's that?
The running back who they claimed, who wasn't even
there you
active when they needed running backs on Thursday.
JaMychal. Jamycal. JaMychal Hasty. 5'8" running back.
Yeah.
Have to have this guy. He's got to be on teams or something.
He's just been inactive.
That guy's got to be on your roster.
And I heard Mike Reese talking about this with Zolak and Bertrand. Is his name Cody Davis or Corey Davis?
Cody Davis.
Cody Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen him all year?
No, but at least
personal punt protector.
At least I've heard the name.
Okay, but again, is he any good? No. Reese said on Sunday Reese said he didn't look that great, which means the guy sucked.
Never mind, Jeremiah was a Bullfrog Farms Jr. This guy's still on there. He's been on the team all year, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Does he play?
Not very much. 3 or 4 snaps here and there.
Jalen Reagor? Who is out there?
Correct.
But you have to protect him?
Right.
Like anyone else is going to take that guy?
Correct.
Why can't you bounce Jalen Reagor on and off your practice squad? He's been bounced. If you've got to get on.
Why can't you just cut him?
If you have to keep Jeremiah Farms and Alex Austin and, I'm sorry, what was his name? JaMychal Hasty. If you have to keep Cody Davis on the roster, why can't you just futz with Jalen Reagor and take him on the practice squad and on and off and on and off? Why do you have to do that with a quarterback who actually might have a future?
Yep.
Because you have no touch at the position.
Bingo.
That's what's frustrating to me and should be frustrating to everyone. What's on this roster that you have to protect with a 53-man designation at the expense of Malik Cunningham, who just broke Lamar Jackson's records in college?
I am so with you on this. Again, when I saw this today, I said, wow, what an indictment. Like that the kid, and again, whoever chose it, okay? Like whoever chose that the kid was better off in another organization than he is here. Remember all those years where we would look at players and say, what if Belichick got a hold of a guy like that? Or what if the Patriots would know how to use him? They would know what to do. Now I feel the opposite.
Oh, but thank God Jalen Reagor's got a spot. A good thing they protected him, because Lord knows he was going to get snatched right out from underneath them. Thank God they kept his roster spot. All right, so let's talk football with Bedard. 617-779-0985 with you. And he's also got a problem. He's got another problem with Zappe that we'll get to right after these words.
Just because Joe Murray goes down on one day and thinks there's a quarterback competition, that doesn't mean it's true.
I happen to trust Joe Murray.